joins us on the show. He's of course been an independent economist. Abhi, what's your sense? Do you also concur that there is more chance that we'll be at the lower end of the range? Or do you expect that maybe India has managed to insulate itself to a large extent? We are largely domestic driven. And in context of all of that, maybe we can manage at least 6.6 to 6.8.
I would sort of broadly tend to echo what Swami just said, that, things are very uncertain. It could sort of work in our favor if, for instance, there is a significant, geopolitical and economic realignment which includes India, and sort of there is a diversion of activity from China. One doesn't know, but it's all very uncertain. And I think at this stage, it is prudent and pragmatic to do any kind of budgeting, be it for the government or for any company, assuming kind of, I wouldn't say the worst case, but the most conservative case. That said, let me just sort of highlight the fact that the government and the CEA have been very conservative in their budgeting. I remember during the last budget, they had a number of 6.5 to 7%, when the RBI was significantly above it. The markets were talking about 7.2% plus. So they had a 6.5 to 7% number, which is really what ultimately kind of panned out. So I think they're following a very conservative. They're taking a very conservative and pragmatic view on growth. Things are uncertain. But I think just as there are downsides, given the volatility and uncertainty that Mr. Trump's policies might bring, there are two things we need to sort of reckon with. The fact that despite domestic conditions perhaps being favorable, the private sector will tend to sort of hold back, because despite being a domestic economy, the private sector does have significant exposure to the global economy. I think we'll have to be careful about inflation going forward, given the prospect of, a tariff war and tariffs across the board. So if we were to build the high probability scenario, it seems to be tilted towards the lower end of this range rather than the upper end.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.